Hey, I think we're on now. I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit in the game.
Oh, that is
What
some
am I
purple menu action.
Yeah.
I like it. Wait, what are we supposed to be expecting here? I see a lot of oil. Some oil slick on the screen.
So this is dark. I'm actually gonna switch to my controller because that's how I've been playing most of it.
Yeah, baby.
I'm in a strip club right now, a vampire strip club.
All right.
Great.
You know, I figure a good way to kick things off. My name's Phil Kohler, being joined by Janine. Say hello.
Hi.
And John. Say hello.
Hello.
And this is... I'm playing this game called Dark, and I'm playing this game for review. And I think I'm nearing the ending right now. I'm in like...
Yeah,
I think I've got 2 or 3 levels left.
If a game doesn't end in a strip club, I don't want to play it.
And this is a game you play as a vampire.
Yeah,
as you can
baby.
see, this guy is... If I can get the camera on him, he's clearly a vampire. I mean,
He's got that hoodie on.
he's got that hoodie. So you know he's dark.
I thought
Is
it was
that
a
a
5 o'clock shadow.
3/4 sleeved hoodie, or does he just have them pulled up?
Let's say that it's 3/4 sleeve. I want to imagine that he really went out of his way shopping for that.
Those are hard to find, you know.
So
Yeah, baby.
this is a stealth vampire game. You're a vampire, but you have to hide, and I don't know why. And I have vampire vision, so you can see that. I don't even know how to explain the story of this game because we're near the end.
Ugh.
So hey, if you guys don't want
Jesus
spoilers,
Christ.
just watch out because you're gonna get spoiled. But the story is essentially you wake up as this guy. He has amnesia. He doesn't know what's going on. He's in a nightclub, a shitty nightclub, and then he gets pulled aside by the nightclub's owner and basically told, "Hey, you're a vampire now." And
That's like a Friday night.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about being a vampire in this world. You need,
baby.
if he does not drink the blood of the person who made him a vampire, or a more powerful vampire than that, by the end of the night, then he turns into a ghoul, which are you can't see it very well from
Yeah,
here, but there's
show us
cages up
something.
here that have ghouls in them. They're basically zombie vampires.
Yeah, show us.
Okay.
So he has to drink the blood of his master or
Show
a
us something.
a greater vampire, except he doesn't know who turned him into a vampire. So that's the crux of the game. So far, I've gone to several different locations and drank the blood of several powerful vampires, and none of it has worked. So I just keep getting sent to different locations to drink the blood
Yeah,
of more
baby.
vampires.
I feel like if that was a thing, then vampires would stop existing, right?
Yeah. I
If you
don't
made a
know.
new one and they destroyed, or maybe there'd just be a constant number of vampires maintained all the
Hey, you
time.
sick bastard.
Set off the arms, so we're gonna have to deal with that.
Boy,
Fancy.
Well, doesn't that just keep the rise of more powerful vampires from happening?
well, all the weak ones have to keep feeding on the more powerful ones, so... I don't know.
Reloading.
I'm not Vampire Darwin or anything, but
Phil,
something
you're
about this
getting
doesn't
shot
add
a
up.
lot.
You are
Rose, I
vampire
found the
Darwin.
controls for the door.
So I hit the checkpoint that I needed to. So now
Rose,
those guys
are you still
are
there?
gone.
Yeah, sorry.
So that's
Okay.
good.
Still here. I can hardly keep awake.
At this point in the game,
Okay, Rose, lie down, get some sleep.
hold on,
I can
I'm gonna let
handle
people
this
hear
alone.
voice acting.
Of course. I've got to learn to stop saying things like that.
Okay. So I'm near the end of the game. So you can see there's a whole like power system. You level up, you get new powers, and I have purchased a lot of the passive powers because that's just kind of the way that I play games. I always kind of tend towards passive power. Are you guys that way?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, why
I
do
tend towards
things
passive
when-
powers first, right? Because it's like
Yeah,
It's a permanent-
It feels kind of not free, but like it's a thing you don't have to worry about that makes you better.
exactly.
Exactly.
It turns out with all these passive powers, I'm pretty ridiculously overpowered now. So I can. I should also clarify. I do now have the game, and this is something that I'm probably gonna have to mention in my review. But at some point, I did switch the game to easy, and the main reason for this is, let me see. I think I can just So I'm going to swap to normal quick. So you can see when I switch to normal, it suddenly says save, 1 left.
What?
The way that the difficulty works in the game, it doesn't seem to actually make the enemies or the situations any more difficult. It literally just, it limits your saves.
That's dumb.
That seems really lazy in a weird way.
It is, and it's also just really frustrating, especially in a stealth game that's very much, you know, like... It's very much, in some cases, I mean, not now because I don't really have to worry about getting caught, but in the earlier levels it was very much like, sometimes like sneaking through situations by the skin of my teeth, and then the checkpoints to where you get new saves don't come very often. So sometimes I would make it very far and then make one little fuck up and have to go all the way back to the beginning of this section.
So, how can you tell like who's a more powerful vampire?
Run Button says works for Hitman, and its Goggler says, but Hitman's good. Run Button's trying to like complain about my skill at games related to this game. I feel like that's a mistake. So this guy is
Okay, this
just
could
went
be
through the
interesting.
floor?
Yep.
This is technically a boss vampire, I think, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, he's dead now.
Oh.
What?
So that was easy.
Suspicious.
And these guys saw the corpse, so now they're gonna be looking for me, I guess. I don't really know.
How'd he die?
Oh, I have a power called Shadow Grip that allows me to kill
Okay.
people from a distance.
Oh.
You see the little 4 marks up in the upper left corner?
Yeah.
That's my vampire powers.
yourself.
I think they literally call it blood. So I can only use 4 of those before I have to refill them.
You
And
don't stand a
the way that I
chance.
refill them is by drinking someone's blood. But as you can see right now, if I just
are
kill
you?
a guy, I can't drink their blood.
Has to be fresh blood.
Yeah. So
Can't be tainted by the
We know you're hiding
and drinking
here
blood
somewhere.
makes more noise than just killing a guy, apparently.
Need
So it's
shit.
something that actually can be difficult to pull off.
Stop that asshole.
These guys are really bad. Like not seeing you behind a chair.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, this is a really boring strip club.
Right?
Yeah. Where are the strippers?
I guess they had those.
Also, why is there pee everywhere? What is that?
But what is that? Oh,
When you go into vampire vision.
he threw a sunlight grenade. That's a new thing.
Get him.
I guess that's kind of cool.
No, I...
Where are you seeing P? What are you?
Cool's a strong word.
Where were you seeing P? What do
Must be
you?
back
When he
there.
goes into
Cover me.
vampire vision, the like yellow
Oh, these-
pools. What?
The yellow is items that like if I step in them, they will make noise.
Oh.
So if I'm trying to actually be a lot stealthier than I am,
Stop.
that's to essentially warn me like, hey, if you
Okay.
walk on this thing, they're gonna know that you're
That
here.
sure makes more sense.
What's your health here?
There is none.
Okay.
It's the screen going red,
Okay, that usual trope.
and then it just kind of regenerates. At this point, let me see here. So I have my base health has been increased by 200%, and the delay between regeneration has been decreased like twice. So that's a major part of why I'm so overpowered right now.
Okay.
Okay, looks like we're in a new area. That's good. And now we're in a generic warehouse. The strip club opened into a warehouse. What the fuck?
That's where they keep the strippers.
Run Button says it's not pee. It's stuff you shouldn't step in. Grow up, Janine. Look at this fucking security guy. He's dead now. I can drag this guy's body if I want to hide it. This doesn't work very well because it's really hard to like position these bodies in such a way that they can't actually be seen.
That sounds like a blanket term that you could use for this game. Just this doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
Are those actual like wooden crates? What gets shipped in wooden crates these days?
I don't know. Strippers, I guess.
Rhino horns, like counterfeit
lamps.
poached animal parts. Fossils,
And F
maybe?
says this is actually the shop where they repair and maintain the strippers. What? These guys are not moving, so I'm gonna.
Something is seriously wrong in this city right
So
now.
this is a case where these two guys standing here, they're not gonna move until they finish their conversation, and their conversation isn't gonna start till I get close enough to trigger it.
First, the hiding
So I
museum
could have
was
been sitting
and
there
the
forever,
Geoforge
and they would
tower
not have
followed
moved.
about an hour ago. No idea what's going on, but I don't think this has anything to do
And now
with any
anytime
religious
that I
fanatics.
restart from this checkpoint,
Something's fucking
if I want to
wrong
get these
here,
guys to move,
damn
I
it.
have to sit
And
through
neither
this whole
one's really much of
conversation
a
again.
loss, are they? I went to the exhibition at the museum a
Or I
few
would
days
if I
ago, and I was
couldn't
bored to
save
death.
whenever.
And the admission prices they charged at Geoforge were so high you got altitude sickness.
Still, it ain't that great having
people are
some
putting out this
madman
voice
running
acting, which
around
is
the city
incredible.
blowing up buildings.
I can't
Could be
hear it,
next,
so
damn
hold
it.
on. I'm gonna.
Yeah, like
unmute.
that's gonna happen. The place is like a fortress. And we're trained mercenaries, not weaklings like normal security contractors. If anyone shows up here, I'll shoot his ass off before he gets his hands up.
I'll shoot his ass off. Yep.
It is gold.
It's
Pretty golden.
somebody involved with this game really knew how to do some writing. It's the thing that's fascinating about it too is it's not just the dialogue, like it's the, as I think you guys have hopefully been understanding, it is the core storyline that is going on here that is terrible as well, which is a pretty impressive, I feel like.
But I've been hearing such good things all over Twitter from those promoted tweets that they do like 5 times a day.
I haven't seen those. What are those?
They just, I don't, I can't be the only person getting them because that's not how it works.
You're into
But
vampires, so you're the vampire
Yeah.
person. You get
It's like at least once a day for the past week, there's been a promoted tweet from them about this goddamn vampire game.
I mean,
it's just
it is
generic like play our new vampire stealth game. It's super cool and
It is
Well,
the
that's false
40th
advertising.
best-selling game on Steam right now.
the
they're
what?
just coming on really strong. Also, no, it's not.
Yeah,
Wait,
the 40th
40th?
best.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, at this
sure.
moment.
I mean, it's new, so
Yeah.
The 40th.
I just went down there.
That seems about right, to be honest. Like, because it came out last week, and for it to have dropped that quickly, it seems all right for me.
Literally everything is above it.
Apricot Sushi says, I missed out on the whole game. Please summarize the story in 3 sentences. There, that was one word.
Yeah, alright.
I'm gonna drink this guy's blood. Check this out. You guys gotta see this blood drinking animation. It's incredible.
You're getting right in there.
So, and at this point, at this point,
good ragdoll.
I have the upgraded perk that makes the blood drinking way faster. So earlier in the game, that animation used to last for like 8 seconds. Yeah. And in fact, I need to get a couple more blood drinking perks. I think that's my next goal. After I get out of this warehouse.
You should get that thing where you can summon a swarm of rats to just devour someone. That's the best one.
My head started to hurt again.
Here's some dialogue.
Hopefully I would be able to make it without collapsing.
Hurry, Eric. You have to find Steiner. You have to
Good
find
animation
him,
there.
Eric.
So he keeps having these visions of an angel. I'm actually going to turn on subtitles as well.
Angel's voice
Looks
was
like
more
he has
urgent than
speed.
usual. I had the feeling time was running out. I had to hurry.
Really, like, when you go into Vampire Vision, those puddles are there because those are places he could pee.
Well, when you have a liquid diet, that's
Yeah.
Ollie Moss actually
Creates
summarized it.
issues.
Ollie Moss in the chat room summarized it real well. Summary: you are a vampire, and you have to eat the other vampires in order to not become a zombie. And that's yes.
Yep.
Engine F points out that was a real smooth transition into the cutscene. Yeah, so one of the best things about this game is they're trying to be very cinematic, but the cuts between camera angles are just incredibly jarring. Everything about this game feels like it is from like 1995.
He's inside. Go on, let the beasts out.
Except for the cell shading, which I think is pretty rad.
It could look worse.
This
This game in general could look way worse.
Yeah. It looks better than I would expect from the quality of the actual gameplay.
That's fair.
Wait, how much is this game?
It's
$40.
it's new. It's
This
got
is a $40 game.
I'm sure on 360 it's $50.
It's better than 60.
Probably.
There's a 360 version coming out tomorrow.
Gotta get that review out for it.
Can't you push that van onto him or something? That would have been cool.
I mean, you're a vampire.
Why is that van parked on a slope? In this, are you still in the shipping yard? Or are you in like an underground parking lot full of boxes?
I guess
or-
this is I guess this would be where they drop off the crates, the wooden crates.
But now everything's cardboard.
Yeah, but they still can't shoot through the cardboard, so...
Huh.
Cover me, I'll get him!
Bulletproof cardboard.
Crocbox says, why is there always an arrow
chance.
pointing at you when you're hiding behind stuff? So if I'm at a corner, I can press A and jump to the other side of
got
the
him.
cover.
Halt! Who are
There's just never really much reason to do that. So here's a bunch of these vampire zombie dudes. They're around here. I guess they spit poison too? I don't know, guys. There's a lot going on in this game. It's really...
This whole yellow junk on the floor thing seems like a cool idea that just doesn't really make much sense. Like, why is there just trash all over the floor in every single place?
I think
Even the
it'd be
strip
better
club, just
if
Because it's
the rest of your
dark.
vision
piles
wasn't
of
awful.
garbage.
It's dark. Look at these fucking guys. What am I even supposed to do here?
Kill them.
Uh,
What?
why are they moving in unison like a dance troupe? What is happening?
You just gave me a couple ideas for how this game could be a lot better.
If it was a musical, if it was West Side
so good.
Vampire Story.
I don't see a way around this without just getting caught. Oh good, only one of them noticed me somehow.
Wait, are those zombies wearing stylishly ripped up jeans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
Also worth noticing, as you may or may not have noticed there,
Get it! I'm not going in there!
even when turned away, so like the way that they were, as you noted, turning in unison, even when turned away, their vision
Not
cone
a
remains
chance.
the
We're
exact
staying
same.
right here.
Their vision cone is based off of what direction they're standing in. So even though he was turned away the second
We'll
I
secure
stepped
the
out,
area here.
this is dumb.
Not a chance. We're staying right here.
Like, I guess it seems like this is a spot where I just have to...
Yeah,
Have to punch
probably.
them
Get it!
awkwardly.
I'm not going in there.
Where
Here
am
he
I?
is, shooting!
You're next to
I don't
some
know
sort
what
of
I just
stair
did
lamp.
You're behind the strip club.
I guess that's true.
Suspicious.
Friar John says, can you not jump up the ledge? So you can teleport like I just did. There's no actual, like, climbing of ledges.
Can you fly? Can you turn into a bat?
I don't think so.
I feel
Unless
like
it's
we've
one of the
lost
powers I
that
didn't
in the
get.
modern vampire culture.
It doesn't look like it. I have vampiric speed. I could get that.
Rose, are you still there? Rose, do you hear me? I'm in the security center. Okay, then I'll just do it alone.
So the lady who's
Now you
working
just
by
look
it-
like you're in a crime lab.
Yeah, it opened into a police station. The lady that I'm working with is also a vampire, and she's having trouble staying awake because vampires get really sleepy in daytime.
Does that affect you?
She said that if I don't get the blood drink the right blood by the end of the day, that's when I'm going to turn into a zombie vampire.
But do you get sleepy? Are you sleepy?
He's not sleepy. I don't know. He hasn't been sleepy at all.
He hasn't gotten there yet. He'd be a ghoul if it was day.
Stop right...
People are pointing out, I think the voice actor is the voice actor from The Witcher, I guess.
Oh really?
Gross.
There's
I'm
email.
really glad I don't have to listen to him now.
Backstory. Do you not like that voice actor?
I don't like that character.
Interesting. I think that's probably fair.
I think he is an unpleasant person.
Sure, but I mean, a lot of people would say the same about me.
I would.
See?
But they don't have to play you in a video game for like 40 hours of their life.
Not yet.
Good right, Dom.
Oh god, what? He got caught, so I can't drag him over here? Ugh. He got caught on the wall, so I wasn't able to drag
more
him.
than 20 staff members were killed.
Great.
Hours later, a still unknown number of explosive
I hate video games.
detonated, causing fire to break out in several places. Radical groups had protested an upcoming exhibition at the Harding
Shit,
Museum.
we lost a
in
man.
Which actual human body
Need back.
parts and
Bleed all over those security devices.
This is the inflight.
You must be
Just
back
keep
there.
shooting
Cover
at
me.
me, guy.
Where are you?
Those alerts are really...
You don't stand a chance.
I love the...
Here he is.
I love when it does a corpse discovered alert for a guy that I literally killed right in front of him. Like, it's just such a shocker.
It's true.
It would be nice if those little alarm things were more distinguishable from each other without actually... Like the little black
door
thing
clicked
with the
shut
plain
behind
white
me,
text
but
for
that
every
didn't
single one
matter.
is a
From the
little
room ahead, I heard soft
distracting, repetitive, I don't know.
Is this like a Eastern European game?
I believe it is.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm some of the voice actors too have a little bit of like an accent that makes me wonder if I'm like, did you guys just pull someone from like the dev team?
music. In the meantime, the sun had risen, and bright
You
and
speak
deadly
English,
light
right?
shone into
Yeah,
the room through the
kinda.
skylight. But my focus was on the man who was sitting there playing the piano.
Guys, story shit going on here.
It's a really
That
high-budget
had to be
strip club.
Steiner.
Oh shit.
The fuck?
Thank you.
Oh, there's...
But I think I would rather
Oops.
speak to my guest alone.
Yes.
Well, you've come a long way for a half-vampire. Frightening, the way you so easily got through my security system.
So I can tell him I'm good or that I had help. This is like one of the first real dialogue options I've got in the whole game.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm just good.
Is
It
that
seems
so?
like it doesn't even
well,
make a
I
difference
cannot
which one
really
you pick.
disagree with you. Not after you've made it to my office. But I am
I've heard there's
keenly
multiple
interested
endings.
as to
Not
why
even
you were
joking.
here at all. Tell me, what brings you to my humble home?
I'm so good.
Are you Victor Steiner?
That is correct. I am Victor Steiner.
Hand
This is my
animations.
club. And those were my security personnel
It's like-
and my
so,
ghouls.
I think visually the game
Well, I
actually
guess
looks
you
good,
already
but
knew
the
who
animations
you would
make
be.
it look so bad.
Anything else would be...
This guy's hand,
Surprising.
one of his hands looks way different
I
than
would
the other
like to know
one.
more about
Doesn't
Probably
it?
is.
vampires.
You probably took it
Really?
from
It
someone.
looks like all shriveled and
Well, it's quite commendable
Have
that
you
you
seen
want
his
to learn
face?
more about
Crocbox says
us
ham animations.
and yourself. Please, proceed. What would you like to know?
Alcor says Realmforge Studios is a video games developer based in Munich, Germany. I believe before this they've largely done strategy games.
Tell me about your vampire
Okay.
abilities.
I'm going to choose all these dialogue options because we got
But
to get
I'm
as much as
sure
we can
you'll
out of this.
find out soon enough.
Are there
try.
vampires older than you?
Most certainly. If the world has taught me anything over
Is
the
this supposed to be
centuries,
the
it
dude?
is that nothing
This is the guy whose blood I'm
But I
seeking
think
right
that
now.
it is sufficient
Your,
for you to know
your
that
master.
I am the oldest and most powerful vampire.
one of
in
his
this
hands just looks
area.
like an inflated surgical glove.
Tell me about vampire society.
Vampire
He's going to take
society?
it off and surprise you when it is.
A very broad topic. To
Just
my
pop it
regret,
like a party trick.
there is no real vampire
balloon
society.
animal?
Each
Confetti
of us,
comes out.
unfortunately, has a very healthy selfishness that keeps
That's
him
so
from forming
gross.
anything like a community with others. We are all born loners. There are simply a few rules.
He's really
to
got that
follow,
gesture down.
such as keeping humanity ignorant of our existence. But otherwise, our society is pure anarchy. I suspect that you have come from Sanctuary.
This is some Hall
Who
of
else would have
President's
sent you
caliber
to me?
animatronic
That is
work.
a unique endeavor.
He even has, like, the
Vampires who
creakiness in his
support
movements.
one another. It's a pity I'm going to destroy them for sending you here.
I have no further questions.
I have no further
Really?
questions.
Well then,
I need some of your blood.
Blood. Did your creator leave you behind alone? Well, I could offer you a place amongst my ghouls.
He just keeps doing
but I
that
doubt
same
the offer
fucking
would interest
gesture.
you. So, if you want my blood, I'm certain you'll want to offer me something in return.
Welcome to my palace.
Am I right?
I could tell him, I'll let you live, or I have information, or just enough talk, which Mog Knight totally guessed. I guess, like, the I have information would be, like, technically, I don't think he knows about this dance club that also houses a bunch of vampires, so, like, maybe he'd want to fight them? I don't know.
It's kind of connected to his building, so he should
No,
probably
not this
about it.
one. There's a different...
Oh.
The one that I'm operating out of.
The other
sure?
dance club.
The other dance club that only plays one song over and over. It's really awful. I guess I'm going to leave it up to chat. What do you guys want me to... I'll let you live, I have information, or just enough talk?
Is it by seal? Says Crockbox.
Rumbun says Phil keeps spinning the control stick around, but I like to imagine it's a dialogue roulette system.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Jack Grind says, Phil, how's the soundtrack in this game? It's really bad. There's one song that plays over and over, and like one song with lyrics that they have that plays over and over, and it's like just shitty industrial. I don't know. KF Trendy says, I want to see more awkward combat. It's not really combat. Like, it's literally just tapping the A button once to kill people. I think I'm going to go with information and see what that does.
Yeah, I think that one out.
I can't say what we're doing.
I have information.
Information? That's interesting. Very interesting. Though I have my doubts that a half-blood can tell
Oh, he called me a
anything
half-blood.
relevant.
Fuck
but
that.
carry on.
Dirty.
What can you offer me?
I can tell you something about
I can't even
blooming.
see.
About blooming.
Calling you a
Even if you
half-blood.
hadn't killed him earlier tonight, there is nothing I would have cared to know about that misshapen creature anyway. In fact, I already know far too much about him. No, there's nothing I want to know about blooming. You killed him, and he deserved to die.
So that's the thing,
no
too,
one will miss him.
The previous two vampires that I killed were, like, hilariously villainish. Like I got in, as soon as I entered the room with them, they were just, like, immediately, like, clearly insane. Like, one of them was obsessed with my hands. He wanted to have my hands.
I can tell you something
Just, like,
about
over the top,
Vlad.
like, crazy.
About Vlad? Vlad is dead. What is there to care about?
KF Trendy
Moreover, you do
says,
not seem to realize
the lips on the
that
characters are
Vlad
just
was
going, and then a
working
bunch
for
of
me.
emoticons. It's all like...
I can tell you about the sanctuary.
Ah, yes, the sanctuary.
Wait, is this
You
guy's
really
voice
think
actor
that you can
Brock?
tell me anything my spies have not already written hundreds of pages about? I know enough about it.
That would be really
Thank
weird.
I'm afraid I don't have anything that would interest you.
This is
No,
most
it's
regrettable.
not.
I would dearly love to know something about the people who blew up the museum and the Geoforge Tower. I don't suppose you happen to know anything about them.
No, I had assumed that one of you did that to cover up the existence of vampires.
That would have been a very clumsy way indeed to go about it, don't you think? Well, I shall have to look into that again later.
Oh, that's the setting the hook for the sequel, you guys. I'll let you live, or enough time. I guess I'll try. I'll let you
I'll
live.
let you live.
Most generous.
No
Yet I
half-blood
fear
will
that
let
That's
you
you
have
kind of a
either
dick,
somewhat
I don't know.
overestimated your own powers or underestimated mine. I assume that you had something to do with the events at the museum and at
What?
Geoforge.
Did anyone else just see that
Am I
piece of
right?
fluff
I
fall
must
down
admit
behind his
that
head?
I
it
saw that.
impressed me.
I saw
Oh, Blooming was a weakling.
I thought I was imagining it.
Vlad had potential. Strange that a half-blood could destroy him. Nevertheless, you underestimate me at this point. I fear you will find me a much more formidable enemy.
Dark